so it's been a couple of hours now and it's starting to get night time here. So I'm going to do the flourless chocolate. So we're going to need 1.5 cups of walnuts, 8 pitted dates. We're going to need a 1/3 cup of cacao powder, 1 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt or Celtic salt, some vanilla, and a little bit of water if needed. Cake, and this is something that can stand alone. You probably just need a few more ingredients to make a nice sized cake. So this is done in the food processor. Now I haven't cleaned this one from earlier because it's basically having similar ingredients in there. We start off by just pulsing the walnuts. Sorry. What that does is makes it into like a flour consistency, and like I've said before, it's the flour and the butter all rolled into one, so you don't have to worry about adding butter and oils and all that sort of stuff. We've got our protein, our flour, and we've got our oil. Okay, now we've processed these. We'll add the dates. Just going to glue everything together. Beautiful organic jewel dates, my favourite. So this should start sticking together and come into a paste. Good. Okay, now we have the rest of the ingredients. So we've got our cacao powder, got our salt, and our vanilla. And I'm not going to worry about the water yet because you might want to need like a teaspoon or a bit smaller. Okay, mix these up. So all that's needed is that little bit of liquid that I've put in with the vanilla, and it's already starting to glug together, and that's what you want. Like when you're making pastry, you get all these balls glugging together, and that's when you know your cake is working. Okay, we'll just give this a test. It's sticking together nicely. You could probably leave that. I'm very reluctant to put any water in there, but you gotta be careful how you pour it in. So I'll just put a little, tiny little drops. Just needs a little tiny bit more moisture, I think. There we go. We'll see how that goes. Okay, that's really globbing together now. That's perfect. So all we need to do now is get the serving dishes out of the freezer and add this layer to it. Okay, so we have our bowls out of the freezer now. The second layer is not quite set yet, but it's set enough to put this layer on. Okay, so we'll just take out the middle piece there, and we'll start spooning this into the individual ones. Okay, a little bit on my spoon, so we'll taste this. That's delightful. That's delightful. And it's got a very, you've got that walnutty taste, but it's also got a very caramel taste with all those dates, especially with the addition of the vanilla. So that's beautiful. Okay, so we need my trusty tool. We'll start pressing this stuff down. Like I said again, it doesn't have to be perfect, especially for these ones because they won't see the layers. They'll just enjoy them as they eat them. Just move this over a bit. All we have to do now is the meringue, which will also be a little bit like marshmallow. Whichever way you want to go is fine. So we'll put this in the freezer to set a little bit longer while we do the meringue. Okay, so we're ready to make the meringue. And this is what you're going to need. Okay, we need the juice from a can of chickpeas. Just one can, just drain it and retain the juice. And I've got here some xylitol, and what I've done, I've powdered it. And I've got a bit of xanthan gum to make it into a meringue. It's amazing what you can do with a can of chickpeas. First thing you need to do is add the chickpea juice to the mixer and just let it mix for a while. I tend to add the sugar closer to the end when you start getting the peaks, and then I had the xanthan gum to thicken it up right at the end. This could take a while, so let's speed it up. So you can see now we've got a gooey mess. I'll lift these out. You can see how sticky it is. So this is your marshmallow or your meringue, and if you don't know the name of it, using chickpea juice, it's called aquafaba. Okay, now it's time to add the meringue to the top. Spoon it on. It's really sticky, this stuff. It's yummy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is going to put these back in the freezer for tomorrow, and this one I'm going to plate up and show you the finished product, and hopefully I can get it out of this ring and show you how beautiful it is. So here we have it plated up. Oh my god, I never thought it looked so good. That looks amazing. I have to give you a look. Look at that. How beautiful does that look? So what I'll do, I'll give you a verdict tomorrow when our guests get to eat some of this. It's like a marshmallow on top.
So decadent. That is magic in a ramekin, can I just say? Oh, yes. There's a really nice mix of textures and all of the flavours complement each other. You're going for the full backhand stab approach.
I'll get right into it.